$20 million their first full year, all retail. You made more money this year in profit than you did probably 5 years combined.
Absolutely.
Give me somebody with will versus skill, because you got people that have something to fight for, they'll fight.
Yeah.
And if you can overcome addiction, right, you could go build a business. Welcome back to the Exit Rich podcast. I'm sitting here with Adam and Travis from Planet Roof. They went from doing all insurance work of about $3 million a year ballpark to they're going to hit $20 million their first full year, all retail. And it's profitable, running at about 20% net every single month. Travis, Adam, thank you guys for being here in Philadelphia with me.
Yep.
And actually at our temporary office space here, in our new headquarters.
Love it.
So, Adam, Travis, why don't you guys tell everybody who you are real fast? Then we're going to jump right into how you guys built this amazing business and how it keeps growing.
Yes. I'm Adam Finsick. I'm from the Pittsburgh area, which is where my company Planet Roof is originally from. I'm father of four, first and foremost. That's what I am. I'm a dad first and a husband. Wife works in the business. Just got a good thing going on where we're from, and family's first, and right there with business and God.
Yep. I'm Travis, also one of the partners. I got 3 boys. My life revolves around them and building this beast. And yeah, I fought you tooth and nail on all the insurance stuff at first, thinking that, we were headed in the right direction. And man, was I wrong.
Let's jump into it, because Travis, do you remember how we meet? Because Adam, you probably don't even know the story, how me and you, it's such a bizarre story that no one would even believe me. Do you remember how we met?
Yeah.
How?
At States.
At States.
Yep.
You rang my phone.
Yeah.
And LG was getting ready to wrestle in the finals. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He lost that match, by the way. I think because of real.
Cost you probably worst time ever.
So Travis, you called my phone. You're like, "Yo, I follow you on Instagram or Facebook. I forget where you followed me.
Yeah.
I just want to meet you. I see you're here with your kids. Your son was wrestling actually, still at that time.
Yep.
He was still alive in the tournament. And I was like, "Yo, dude, I'm busy as hell." He's like, "Yo, just 2 minutes." And we went downstairs, and you actually waited for me and met me. Do you remember this?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And we just talked for a few minutes, and then
That was it. Yeah. And then go ahead.
Yeah, that's LJ lost his match.
Yeah.
To my boy Ryder Ashwell was
You remember that?
I'm friends with the dad. The kid's a great kid, just at my house for sure. But make a long story short, I think you followed up with me a few times, and then you guys wind up coming out to that summer. I think you came out.
I got a hold of Dimitri. So he had come to me. He told me he met you a year down the road or whatever. And then you started coming on Facebook and social media talking about what you were doing. I tried hitting you up a few times on Facebook. You didn't respond because you get a million messages. So I knew Dimitri had a relationship with you. I hit Dimitri up. He said, absolutely. You called me a couple hours later. We were in Philly 5 days later.
So you guys were in Philly. And what was funny, when we first met, you guys were all insurance.
Huh.
And we were talking about how it would look and this and that. And you're like, I don't want to work. Like, I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. And then you guys, I could tell, were nervous, right? You were like, oh, fuck, there's a big leap of faith. But for me, I was like, man, I don't know. I got months. It's getting ready. It's blowing up. It's going the right direction. You guys are literally 4 hours away. And I remember scrolling through, because at first I was like, I'm not sure. It had nothing to do with used to. Just had to do with where I was at my life at that point in time. I remember scrolling through Facebook. I don't even know how we became friends. And I saw you with your sons. And I was like, holy shit, this dude's like me. Your whole Facebook is you and your sons. I don't know if you know that. And Planet Roof, obviously. And I was like, wow, this guy gets it. I called you up the next day, and I was like, yo, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, and you were like, wow, I know you're a good father. And if you're a good father, people make the right decisions when they're good parents. I believe that.
Yeah. And from our point of view, it ain't to take us out of this. It ain't too often you get a guy of your stature that wants to partner with. So we were just like, man, like what? I couldn't believe that you'd want to actually help us and do it. Until now, obviously looking back on it and knowing who you are is you do care and you did want to help us.
Well, what's crazy is, we're here for our leadership meeting right now. We're talking, and we're talking about someone's pay. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but you saw how upset I got. I'm like, just fucking pay him. That money's more important to him than it is to us. Like, it's just, Here's the thing, though. We're 1.5 years into it now, right? We've kind of finalized the end of last summer, right?
Yep.
We're 1 full year in. You guys are going to do $20 million this year. You're already at 11 million this year to date. You're already more profitable. You made more money this year in profit than you did probably 5 years combined.
Absolutely.
For
100%. We see the P&L. That's right.
You know?
No
My
question.
my question to you guys, because it wasn't easy. Can you talk about the process? You had to think about quitting at times. You had to fucking think like, this is not for me. There had to be points in
Yeah,
time. I'm just curious.
yeah, we can both take that one. There was multiple times the first year that it was like, there's no way that we could keep doing this like this. I can't, this doesn't match how I want to do things. It doesn't match how I'm used to doing things. And I think that we're all better off leaving each other's atmosphere and moving on. And then we just kept sticking around. And we had some conversations throughout the process. And you got us on the same page because I fought. You and I fought. You're busy. I don't know if you remember, but oh, you didn't. Yeah, he was like, fucking done with this. I don't want to hear this shit. Because I'm pushing back like a normal, strong-minded business owner.
Popped off the meeting. You're like, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't.
You walked away. Oh, yeah.
It was just a momentary later.
So I just said, I'm done with this here.
Yeah.
It was a rough.
I don't remember because I've always liked you, but I believe it.
Yeah, well, it was probably what I needed. You know what I'm saying? And you knew what I needed. That's not the first time. You know what I'm saying? I came up with strong-minded coaches that knew how to get me to where I needed to go. So
You're
I
that.
took to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But so what happened? So you obviously it worked out because it obviously worked. It would have been that bad of an argument.
No. I took that as I was actually proud and happy that it happened for some weird reason, because it made me feel like, okay, he does care and this is going somewhere. So I didn't take it as you were walking away by any means. Took it as a good learning lesson too.
You know, then now you guys got 11 million already this year. You're growing. Your whole culture's changed. You guys have what, 20 people out there right now playing Altoona, maybe 30, right? More. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 40, 35, 40 people. The company's just going by. Your culture's great. You have a great leader in Joel.
Yep.
Travis, you said something. Nate said it. Actually, I'm on the podcast. He said, everything you said came to fruition.
Yeah.
Like, can you guys talk about that? Because I told you it'd be hard. I told you to want to quit. I told you you're not going to like it at first. You got to learn technology, marketing, sales. But you got to change your whole mindset. Can you talk about what that process was like just as two adults? Because you guys are both grown men. You're fathers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's hard to see until you actually get on the other side of it. But every step of the way, everything you said that was going to happen, that you were going to do, and you even pre-warned us and said, dude, you're going to have moments where you want to quit and you don't think it's going to work out, but you already have been through it all. So you already know what's going to be next, And I think you've seen the dogs in us. You've seen it. We're willing to fight through those things. And every single thing, and then eventually it got to the point where you start stacking wins and you're like, okay, I'm just going to listen to everything.
That's it. Yep. That when the wins start happening, you start listening and you're like, all right, let's fucking go.
It's funny because you said I saw dogs. Know what I saw was good fathers, but really the addiction story that you guys have struggled with and you fought and you had to overcome. I've always said, like, give me somebody with will versus skill, because you got people that have something to fight for, they'll fight.
Yeah.
And if you can overcome addiction, right? You're talking to guys lost brothers from ODing on heroin. Like, I understand. I shouldn't say that. I think I understand because I don't understand, because I couldn't imagine how hard it is to beat addiction, right? Because I've never been addicted to anything, right? So I just figure if you can beat addiction and you can be a good person, you could fucking go build a business very easily.
Nothing that can stop you.
I told you this in a leadership meeting and I didn't really dig into it, but Adam can attest this. We've been to hell. Like when I say hell, I mean homeless,
Double hell.
no money. Like, you know what I mean? Like hell, the people we were around.
No
literally
vehicle, no cell phone,
hell.
no fucking cell phone.
So when
Talking about this the other day.
when you get through that and now you're sitting in a position like I was talking to Bill last night, I was like, I can't even believe I'm grateful I'm even talking to you, in this position, staying at your house. Like, it's crazy.
sitting at the table this morning. I have that feeling every time we have these meetings, like, man,
That
what
would,
the hell did I do to deserve to be here?
and that's what drives us.
And all the other people actually care, you can see.
Yep.
Like, the other people, the other divisions care. They don't just care about their division, they care about all divisions, they care about everyone. Talk to me about, like, the price change. You guys went from insurance to retail. When you did sell a retail job, it was like 350, 400 a square.
Unprofitable.
Unprofitable. Can you talk to us about that mind shift? Because I think you struggled more than Travis did, Adam, at first. I think you were still like, this is fucking crazy. We were charging 800
That's
a square.
exactly, yeah, yeah. Well, I thought you were crazy. We both thought you were crazy for not wanting to continue down the insurance route. If you remember, we were still like, no, we still need to have this portion of the revenue be insurance. And we're like, what's he fucking missing? How come he don't see this? And then over time, we start fucking selling retail jobs, and we're ultra profitable, and the business is
And
growing.
cash is coming in. Cash is coming out. Waiting for the insurance checks and for them to screw you over.
That, and just because your podcast, I know a lot of people listen to it that own roofing companies, and like we were the epitome of we were married to like we can't charge above this. Like nobody's gonna pay this. Like I'm to the point now where I don't even know what we charge per square. I punch my numbers in, and I know what it takes for us to be profitable. And I think that they deserve to have a company like us do their job. And now that extra 100, 200 a square that people should be charging is the life-changing part.
It's the like, but not even like you saw what I said to Mike Murphy that was he's like, some of our salespeople don't buy into what we charge. I said they should want to own a nice home. They should want to own a nice car. Like, it's my job to ensure everyone that works in my organizations across the country that they have a place to work. They can make a limited amount of money, good money, be able to afford a beautiful home, be able to have a beautiful car. Don't vacate. Like, why doesn't your roofing sales guy deserves that, or your CSR, or like, why not? Why does everyone else, but not your roofing company? Like, just think about that.
Right.
But a lot of people don't believe you should.
Probably circles back to their own what they think they deserve in life. I mean, maybe they
You heard what I said. You have
It's
to know your
up.
worth, right?
Yep.
You have to know your worth. The roofing industry is changing, guys. You guys see it, right? A lot of it's 90% of people sub out work. I think that's the better model actually for the homeowner, for everyone, 'cause it keeps costs down, right? I mean, let's call it what it is. The average white man does not want to go up on a roof and lay shingles. They can sit there and scream and yell about immigration, all this, but I always say this: well,
100%.
when you're willing to do the jobs they do, then talk to me about it, right? Until then,
I tried it.
yeah,
It didn't work.
You didn't like it, did you?
It didn't work.
Yeah. So, like, but till then, like, leave it alone. Like, we have like, the subs are some of the best people in the world. Can you talk
The
about
best.
Can you talk about how they're religious? They're good people. Like, these people are better than most Americans.
Oh yeah.
Their
100%.
gratitude for being here is unwavering. They're so proud and so happy to be here and so happy to have a job that they're just good people. It just radiates off them. Most of my subs have been with me for some time now, and I know their kids.
Yeah,
I
like family.
Yeah.
Seriously, and we care about them just like our organization carries that through. Like,
I have some of the best times with them. When I show up on the jobs and they're there and we're laughing and joking, it's the highlight of my day sometimes.
why would you want to be around people who aren't grateful to just have work and be alive? And these people, I mean, it radiates from.
Yeah,
Oh, they're appreciative. They're appreciative.
and
And
without
you
them,
get some guy who's an American, whatever color they are,
Yeah.
and they come and they're just so ungrateful. Like they think you owe them something just because they showed up.
Did you see the woman's attitude? I know it's off topic here, but did you see the woman's attitude where I just got that grilled cheese from how happy she was?
absolutely.
She's like, here's the chipotle sauce on the side.
Dip
And,
that, yeah.
and like, they only sell grilled cheeses there every day, that little place, and they sell one other item. They don't sell, like, all that stuff is pre-made. Like,
Yeah.
so, but every day I walk in there, and this woman's either making a grilled cheese sandwich or whatever the special is. That's all she's making. With a smile on her face, happy. How much could she even make doing that job, you think?
Can't be much.
I mean, like, I don't know,
Be much.
20 bucks an hour?
15, 20 bucks an hour.
15, 20 bucks an hour. And she's absolutely has the greatest attitude like, you guys picked right up on it when I said it. She was like, I haven't put chipotle sauce in it.
Yeah.
Try it, you'll love it. Like,
Yeah.
But yet you got people in your organization making 150, 200, $300,000, right? Because let's be realistic, the average roofing salesperson probably makes between 200 and 350, would you say?
With a good
Yep.
one nowadays,
Yeah,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Yep.
200, 350,000, right? You know, and my question is, how the fuck can they be miserable? But yet the woman handing you your grilled cheese with a slice of bacon is just ecstatic. What's that tell you? Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Service Titan and Rilla, our technology of choice to helping us scale and grow our business and making sure all of our viewers have the technology to scale their business so when they want to sell it, they're able to. Right? The amount of, like, just I always tell people, it's like the amount of, like, you always say, I'm grateful, Travis, I'm grateful. I always say, I'm just so, like, I pinch myself because I can't believe this is my life. Like, I can't believe it. And people are like, well, it's because you have money. No, I believe I have greatly, like I said to you guys, I wouldn't want to take this journey with anyone else in that room today. Was I? And I say that,
Right
like,
on.
and I meant that, like, good, bad, or indifferent. Like, the journey's been a struggle. Like, talk to me about your biggest challenges that you've seen going through plant, going from retail to insurance and growing. Because you guys seen the challenges more than I did. Can you talk to me about that?
The biggest thing for us at first, I mean, you had it laid out, you guys had it laid out, but it was a sales process. We didn't even we really honestly, we chased insurance work because we didn't have a sales process. That was the biggest struggle. So when we were, we merged or whatever you wanna call it, Travis and I we had a hard time. There was a big struggle in who was gonna lead the sales team and how we were gonna lead it. We put a couple different leaders in
Yeah.
place, and it wasn't working. And that was a big struggle, and putting the right leadership in place definitely helped that, but coming from that mindset of insurance and order taking, that's why we never thought we'd be able to sell for 900 a square or 1,000 a square or even 600 a square,
Yeah.
because we were used to order taking, you know?
Talk about leadership because you guys both own the company. Nate, we're going to talk about the roll up and how
Yep.
that went with Nate when I came to you guys to that. And we're going to talk about that meeting because that was a fucking to do, right?
Yep.
But let's just talk about, I had to sit you guys down and say, listen, you're not going to be the leaders, even though you own the company. We're bringing someone in from the outside. How hard was that for you to hear at first?
It's a real
Go ahead, dude, tell 'em,
it's
man.
a real two things to that. It's a real punch to your ego because I think
100%.
most guys start a business because they want to be, I want to be the man. I want to be in the front. I want to be leading the way. I want to be the reason that this thing's successful. And that's what holds them back.
Absolutely.
And now I look at back on that and I have no problem at all. Yes, you're right. I'm part one of the owners, but I take orders every day from people gladly, happily, because I know that they're leading the way and helping my future become better, and I'm helping theirs.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be hard, right? Because like nobody, for me, I remember having that conversation. I didn't want to have that conversation. I'm like, but
Right,
I'm like, we got to bring someone in to lead because,
right.
and not that you guys are bad people. You sometimes it's hard to change. It's like this person says, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight,
100%, yeah.
and they just keep eating the same shit. Well, okay, well, that's not. I'm gonna have to break your fucking jaw to get you to lose weight at this point, right? Like, you just keep eating, right? Like,
Right,
so
very true.
let's talk about this part of it all because it wasn't always good. Let's talk about Nate Link. Most people don't realize, like at Planet Roof, we rolled up another location, right?
Right.
And Nate's like not the op, because he's a good guy. He's a very good guy, but he's like, how is the word? What's the word I'm looking
Maybe
for?
more conservative?
Very conservative, not edgy, very conservative.
A little emotional, or I don't know.
Yeah, he's emotional. He is. But when I sat you guys all down, and I brought you guys in the room and I said, listen, we're gonna roll this up, Altoona, and this hell. You guys all immediately said, we're on board. We
Yeah,
trust you.
yeah,
Like
let's do it.
but then we had one guy that didn't, and he left.
Yeah.
And he's going to, and I feel bad saying this because I've actually said to you guys now multiple times, Magic Roofing over in Trenton regrets not being part of Munns. Taylor Winter is a good friend of mine who I love. He's like, my biggest regret was ever walking out the door. Like, people don't see it because it's so hard to imagine. Now that you guys are there, what was that like when I was like, listen, I'm going to roll you in with Nate Link Roofing here, and you guys are all everyone's going to be equal partners. Like, were you thinking like, what the fuck, man? 'Cause we had the option to say no.
Yeah.
You guys I gave you the option to say no.
Right.
What were you advice said, this is what's best for the organization and for the mission.
I'll be honest, at that point, me and him talked so much and prayed on it so much, and we just really felt like whatever we trusted you at that point. We were just kind of putting it in your hands and like trusting that you were going to make it happen, and you could see things down the road that were going to work out that we couldn't see, and that was true.
Well, what's funny is because people will say to me, because people will say like, oh, well, Lance Bachman must be taking a money grab somewhere. I take no money out of your company.
No.
Man.
No.
I don't get paid
No.
from anywhere.
Nope.
Like nowhere. I don't get paid.
We know that. Yeah.
I don't get paid from the winner's circle. I don't get paid for the roof. Like I take no money until the mission's complete and we sell the company. That's for any of my organizations. We just all talk like, but most people from the outside think I'm taking money somewhere.
Sure.
Well, it's because think about it. What other scenario do you see that play out?
Well, I know what the end mission is.
They're
It's
thinking,
called build it to sell it for a fucking reason,
sure,
y'all.
yeah, but
It's called exit rich for a reason.
Right.
most people don't have your money, so they're thinking he got to be taking something along. You know what I mean? They don't realize you don't need nobody's shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's talk about this. You guys weren't a big, because you're all insurance, you weren't doing roofing. I'm trying to help roofing companies grow. How important is offering your customers finance to get sales? How important is that?
I mean, for us, in particular, it's changed the entire landscape of our business and how we sell, and it's not the sole reason for our growth, but one of the top few reasons for our growth and how we position it, and how our leaders have actually taught us to position it. Because we've had financing in the past, but we would maybe finance
Someone
one
adds up.
what 1 or 2% of our jobs, if that. Now we're probably at 75% of our deals are financing.
And homeowners want finance.
want it.
Like, they need it. They need it.
Yeah.
They need
I think they just don't put roofing and financing it together. So we help them do that and understand that like you don't have to come out of pocket right now. Like this is something you could stretch out a little bit, then figure it out, whatever.
Yeah, because we have 0% interest, 5% interest, right? 8%. Like, I don't know all the plans you guys do. Sorry, I apologize. I mean,
No,
From-
you don't. You don't need to know.
From a business standpoint, it's because the guys listening to this are probably doing insurance. It's money now. You can't operate a business whenever you're not going to get paid for 3, 4, 5 months.
3 to 6 months.
We get
right.
paid the next day.
Yep.
We finish a job, it's getting paid the next day.
and that's really that cash sweep, that cash flow is what makes businesses grow.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather own a $20 million retail shop
Mhm.
than a $50 million insurance shop. And that's the truth.
Couldn't agree anymore now.
Agree.
Like,
Agree
it's just,
anymore now.
it's just that simple.
Yep.
And people are like, why? I'm like, because in the insurance world, if you're doing $50 million, you have to have that.
You have to be financing.
How much debt
That's
does
right.
Planet Roof have? None. There you go. Not a nickel, right?
Not
Like,
nickel, man.
and you went from doing all insurance to all retail for the 20 million this year, and not with a ton of money in the bank. Yes or no?
Right.
To start the company.
No.
We were actually in debt, if you remember.
Well, yeah, we will. Yeah.
We were like moving money around so much. You're like, what the?
Well, yeah, that was just, yeah, it was a wild time.
Let's figure it out there.
Here's a question for you. And, you know, people think you have to be the cheapest person to sell roofs. I believe that a lot of home services, people think I'm the cheapest guy. Can you tell people why that's the wrong mentality?
Well, as a business owner, that would put you out of business. If you're not charging enough to stay sustainable, that's what puts you out of business. I could see it happening all the time with people in our market. And hindsight is 20/20. Looking back, I could see it, was somewhat the case with us as well.
Yeah. And if you're starting your mindset off when you're going to an appointment and your mind is, man, I got to be the cheapest price. That's probably how most guys are like, everybody charges it. I got to be, you're going to just race to the bottom.
Yeah,
you skip
that's what it's a fast race to the bottom.
You skip the process, dude. You skip the
all the good
process.
stuff and building value.
Try to go to the price. Right. It don't work.
You know, it's funny. I see you guys both in Planet shirts. And Adam, you designed the Planet logo.
Oh, yeah.
These people don't realize
original
this, as I was saying, the Maniac, right? So Adam and me, I remember the fight or the logo. Do you remember this?
I think I did.
You were like, I like the logo, this and that. I'm like, dude, I love the name. It was an angry guy. Do you remember your muscle guy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, let Dan Antonelli, let Kick Charge do what they do. I'm like, I'm not saying it's a bad logo or a good logo.
Yeah.
I really don't like people think, oh, Lance is I don't give like yeah, if it makes money, it makes sense. Adam knows I don't give a shit.
No, I know.
And Adam's like, man, I built the logo myself. I love it. I'm like, Adam, like, who gives a shit? It's a fucking logo.
Yeah.
You remember, Travis?
Yeah,
I'm like, who cares? How big is a brand and messaging when you're building a company, especially like when you're trying to grow, accelerate it fast? Can you talk to people about how like don't get caught up in what you like, but just do what it takes to build a brand? Can you talk about that?
yeah, right. What you just said with our old logo and our new one is our old logo. We were so took it so personally that we thought we designed it. We like how this guy's flexing and like your buddies at the gym are like, yeah, that one's cool. This one. Now I see why I'm sitting with homeowners. 70% of them are women, and they're the ones making the decision. And they see a big guy flexing here and all, because there's a lot of roofing companies that their names really are like that.
Lion roofing. Okay. Yeah.
Alpha.
Alpha roofing. Yeah.
And now I realize, now that I actually sell, I sit with people and I build value and I sell. I could see how they would be looking at my logo now and be like, he looks happy. He's here to help. You know what I mean? As opposed to our old logo where they're like, this guy's like gonna get me in a headlock. I don't buy stuff.
It's true. I actually see it not like that too, man. That was definitely a hard transition.
People don't like that ego.
I had people telling me at first, dude, the old one was better for like the first couple of days. I guess they felt bad for me or something.
It, they wrap trucks in the community. Like you see all these roofing companies that have the magnets. They don't invest in wrapping their trucks, yard signs. How big a deal is that? Is that the logo shirts, the uniforms? Like, how big of a deal is that for these organizations that just aren't? These sound like basic things, but the majority of companies just aren't doing it.
Yeah.
I don't run into anyone that doesn't say, I seen your truck. I see your billboard. I see this. I see that. I see your yard signs. People know I own the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get that a lot, man. And it's more so than even we were out there even before, right?
Mhm.
Like that's just how we did things. But now the way that marketing is done and how you guys have set everything up, dude, I don't meet a single person that sees this shirt on that says I don't see your trucks or I don't see your billboard. So it looks like we have 100 trucks out. People
Yeah.
think we have 100 trucks. People think we have 100 bill, you know what I mean? It's just
That and people need to see you. You might know this better than me, but I think 7 times or 8 times
Yes.
before they buy from you.
Correct.
So whenever they continue to see it, it almost I swear I've sold roofs where people felt like they just wanted to like be part of like Planet Roof.
Oh,
Like
100%.
they just wanted
100%.
like us to
Yeah.
do their job.
Yeah.
I mean, social media, Travis, you're big on social media. Adam, not you so much. I'll work on that. But talk about the social media impact because you have to get jobs from your social media. People see a father, a loving man. Like I know people see who I am through social. I think some people think one or two things of Lance Bachmann. Like he's a really, really arrogant, cocky, jerky guy, right? Right? Like
Yeah.
I'm sure.
but or you see the other side, this guy only cares about his family and then his work family. Like that's and the people that know me, it's the latter.
They
It's
know the
my
latter.
work family, it's my family,
Yeah.
right? Um, can you talk about how social media has helped you?
Oh yeah, it's helped us from the beginning, getting off on the right foot, and still to this day, it helps me get jobs. It helps me bring employees to our company because they see people want to see you care. They want to see the real you. And in a world that's so fake and full of BS, people want to see how you really are and hear how your feelings and see what you're doing, and then they want to support what you do. So I get people reaching out to me every day for jobs, for employment, for just because they know that I care and they want to be a part of whatever I'm doing.
You know, obviously your company is going to be positioned that it can sell if you guys decide, right? I'll never force a sale on anyone. I've told
Right
you
on.
guys that, right?
Right.
You guys know that. Has it been life-changing, this experience from you from a human capital point? Forget about all the money you're making. You guys are making more money in your life. I know in the beginning you weren't, right? In the beginning you were like, what the hell did I do? But now you guys are making more money, right, than ever, right? Right? So you're happy there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talk about the human capital side. Like, What's that like? Like the knowledge you're learning? Because they can't take you. I always say to people, you could take all my money from me, I'd be a millionaire again inside of a year because you can't take my human
Right.
capital away from me.
Yep.
Right. I'd say it's bigger than anything because for me in particular, not even for me in particular, him as well, because now we get to take this and everything we're learning and give it to our kids. And that's my entire life is based around showing them what's possible, what they can do if they do this. And in order for that to happen, I need to learn from the right people. Because before coming here, we didn't know layers to what we didn't know. Even though we had a good little business, there was layers to what we didn't know. Now, financially, leadership, everything that goes, I can take us to my kids and I can teach them and I can, be this way in front of them so they pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Absolutely.
biggest thing for me, just being in that room today, anytime we walk in the LB Capital building, it just doesn't, you gotta pinch yourself. I'm the same way, man. I'm blessed. I don't know what we did to deserve it, but I'm grateful to be here, man. It's
Yeah.
been life changing.
Human capital standpoint is everything he just said is learning from. I feel like most roofing companies, the reason they don't grow and they get stuck where they're at is because they don't understand the business aspect of it.
That's right.
And you guys and all your leadership, you understand the business side of it. You understand the numbers, you understand the things that needs to happen. Now, I understand those things too. Like from where I was to where I am now, like I'll be honest with you, like God forbid that, if this business, say I hopped out of it right now, I feel the same thing. I'd be able to go right on and just make something.
Keep rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have human capital. When you have human capital, your confidence grows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't trade it for anything.
You can't. And
Yeah,
as I always say, like, let's talk about, and I hate to ask you guys this, but and I don't want to say the roofing space is full of addiction. I think every space is full of addiction.
Yeah, sure.
Right? That's just the reality. Correct. I think so.
Yeah.
The struggles, like to go through what you went through, and you look back on it, what advice would you give to anyone listening to this podcast? Because like you do want to help people too. You guys both have high faith, like me. I'm not here to push religion. I always say that, but
100%.
you gotta have some guy in light you want to give back to people. What would you say to young guys or girls out there that are battling addiction and talk about your journey of going through that? Because I know you guys both went through some of it together through clean.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? If you don't mind. I mean, is that like,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
If you want to start.
So nothing, I'll say it like this, man. We all have this like pain inside of us of being human, and nothing can numb that pain and make it go away. The only thing that can really make it go away is progression in life. And you only are going to progress in life by doing hard stuff and by every day doing the shit you don't want to do. And that is what my addiction now is to is to growing
Yeah.
and to being better and thinking yesterday, okay, what did I do wrong? I ate this, or I, did maybe on this sales appointment I didn't do this. How can I be better? That is what has helped me grow from there. So if you're in a stage where you are in addiction or drinking a lot or anything like that, you got to realize that that's not the answer. It's not going to give you what you're looking for.
No, and try to find a purpose. That's what, I mean, I found it in a couple different places, but until I had a true purpose back in my life, it wasn't going anywhere. And that obviously was in the family, the kids, and I started coming out of it. I started having kids and kept me away from it.
Do you think faith helps?
I was getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, dude. It's the most important. I found myself, I went away to a Christian-based place for 4 months. That's where I found my sobriety. And, that relationship with God and Jesus has kept it well and alive, and it's every morning I'm on my knees praying, and if, Satan hasn't been defeated in my life, I don't mean to go down that path and get all, it's the truth. I mean, I've had certain people in my life that helped because I even strayed away from a little bit. He helped bring me back in, Travis, and we meet with our pastor on a regular basis, and if it wasn't for him and the praying we were all doing together, we wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, we felt led by God.
I don't know. God,
think it's important here.
in my opinion, yeah, God uses even everybody for his plan. And I prayed and would write down back before I ever even met you. I knew it was going to happen. Like I knew because it says in the Bible, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move this mountain. And I knew that if I just have faith and I believe something's going to happen, and then what are the odds that we meet you and all this? It's not, there's absolutely zero doubt in my mind that it isn't a higher power.
Well, think about that. You were trying to get a hold of me. I wouldn't respond.
Yeah, that's right.
Their kids happen to wrestle. My kids wrestle.
Come on.
So it was an immediate, I'm going to be respectful, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I think the wrestling community is different than most communities. They
Yeah.
always go out of their way to at least talk. And like, it's just it's a very small community. Like, not many people,
Yeah.
a lot of people play soccer, a lot of people play football.
Like the hockey community, man.
Yeah, a lot of
Same, real small, man.
Yeah, like, and then, like you said, Dimitri,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a subject that's a hot pocket right there. Like, I know you guys like
Right,
him.
dude, we like
I like him,
Yep.
but man, he comes with a little bit of what's the word? Controversy. That's the word I'm looking for.
Comes with the heat.
Huh? He comes with the heat, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, and I like him, but I say this to Dimitri all the time. I'm like, man, like, leave people the fuck alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he enjoys it. He enjoys that part of it.
I think he feels like that's his calling.
Yeah.
To like shed light on people that are, because everything that comes from him is from a good place.
I know he's not a bad man, but the only problem is this, and I do believe he's a good man too, because I've seen him with his family. I actually, people like he's a scumbag, he's this, he's
No,
that.
Great
I'm
family,
like,
man.
nah, I'm like, he's not. I believe there's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. So that's,
Sure.
and I don't get involved in things. You guys
Yeah.
know me. I don't get involved in anything that doesn't move the needle
Yeah.
business-wise.
Right on.
Like you heard my speech about literally this morning about
Yeah.
true leadership is right.
Yeah.
Like not about I asked everybody a question. Yeah, I said, who all wants to work with people you like? Everyone raised their
Everyone
hand.
did, yeah.
Except for who?
Yeah, you.
I said, I don't care if I like you or not.
Yeah.
If you can move the fucking needle,
Yeah.
that's what I care about.
Yeah.
I wanna win more than I like you.
Yep.
Was that not my speech?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, and you will never know if I like you or not because it's not my personality. Because it doesn't matter if I like you.
Right.
That's true. I can contest to that, though.
Yeah.
You don't know at
Yeah.
first, for a while.
Because it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
It's so
Exactly.
like-
now I see that.
like Jolene, like you heard her, was like, I'm oblivious to who likes me or not.
Yeah.
Because it's so irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like me, I don't give a shit. If you do like me, I don't give a shit. Are you moving the needle on what we have to move the needle on?
True.
Like it's really
all that
that simple.
matters.
Huh?
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not saying I got the right answer, but just it's the answer for winning, I think.
Well, and it's probably you identified an issue probably most guys have is they surround themselves with a bunch of people they like and like, I don't like this. So we're going to get him out of here.
Mhm.
And then you're not going to grow if you just constantly are surrounded by people you're comfortable around.
Well, I gave you guys the example. If you spend time with almost anyone, you'll find reasons to like them.
Sure.
Most people are good people.
Yeah.
Like I believe that with all my heart. The majority of people, like that's why people will say to me, "Well, why do you stick up for Dimitri? People don't like him." I'm like, because I spent time with the guy. I know he's
Yeah,
not a
you
bad
do.
man.
Right.
I don't agree with all of his behavior.
Right.
Like I said that to him, but it doesn't mean I don't have to agree with you to like you. Like, it's okay that we disagree. I
Right.
don't agree with, scam alerts and blasting people. You'll never ever see that behavior out of me. But I know he's a core of a good man. I know he has the right intentions in his belief system. So who am I to tell him what to do?
Right.
Yep.
Like, am I wrong?
No, not at all.
No.
Man.
Well, listen, guys, thank you for being on the podcast. I appreciate everything, and I can't wait to see what it looks like a year from now.
Same here. The same feeling. Thanks for having us, man. It's been great.